What do you remember about Terrence?
What do I remember about Terrence?
Yeah, how do you think of him nowadays?
Boy, that's... Well, of course, I miss him a lot, you know. I mean, we were very close, at least for most of our lives. We had our moments. I think all siblings do, you know, and I'm saddened that some of those moments of estrangement and doubt came near the end of his life. But I feel like I'm not out of touch with him. I feel like we were so close that I can almost, in any situation, think what he would do or how he would react or what he would say to something. I mean, I can look down and to the left and there he is, you know, this alter ego in some ways. Of course, it's not him. It's my reconstruction of what he would have said, would have been.
Is he your alter ego to a certain extent?
Is he?
Your alter ego. Because you were the younger one, the shyer one.
Right. At times. I mean, I could channel him when need be. But he's not really my alter. I mean, I have my own identity. I am my own person. But I do miss what he brought to the table. You know, sparkling conversationalist, full of ideas, far vaster, you know, much more widely read than I am, certainly, and than most people. And so you couldn't have a better companion to sit with and just discuss. Maybe a pipe or two of hashish aids that process. So I remember him very fondly, and it's very sad that he left this plane so early. You know, I often wonder, how would it be? There's no reason why he still shouldn't be living. You know, he would only be, I'll be 70 in a year. I'm 69 in about 2 weeks. So he was only 4 years older than me. And it's a shame that he's not around. You know, he died in 2000, that was the millennial year, you know, and it was before 9/11, before Iraq, before any of this stuff had happened. And I often wonder what he would think if he could assess the situation from the present. I think he would be not very surprised with what's happened. I mean, you can listen to his talks from the 90s. They're as timely as if he recorded them yesterday. You know, he had this sense of the future and where we were going and talked about that. Unfortunately, it's a pretty dark future, at least from where we're standing now. But he understood. And, you know, so in that sense, I think people are still learning from him. I mean, I'm always surprised how, you know, students that I have had when I was in academics would, you know, they would come up and say, everything I've learned from your brother, from the YouTube, and that sort of thing. He's got this strange virtual existence in YouTube space. People are still listening, still resonating with his message. And that's because it doesn't seem it doesn't seem dated at all. It's still very, very contemporary, even more so now. You know, what he talked about back in the 90s, we're now living through that era. And we're faced with a very narrow passage. And I think that, you know, I mean, this has become my preoccupation pretty much, and that's why I'm starting this academy and all that, because the idea is, if we're going to wake up to what's happening, we have to have a global shift in consciousness.